Hey guys, welcome to Mornings with Mo. Let me get this banner off because it is not the lead investigator. I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning. We have tons and tons of news, but let's get some introductions done. Wolfram, thank you again for doing all of your mod duties. I could not do them, so I thank you. In fact, be warned, anyone that gives me a mod wrench, it is a terrible idea. If you're thinking, Mo seems to know what she's doing, no, Mo does not. So I appreciate the honor of getting a wrench. I just am the world's most terriblest mod. Welcome, Super T and Tammy CA. Welcome, everybody. So we have a heartbreaking, but also just uplifting story as well to start off the day. And I just want to give this man all the, kudos, all of the, just respect for his act of bravery and saving someone, trying to save someone he didn't know. And welcome, Tammy CA. If I didn't tell you that this morning, welcome everyone, lurkers and all. So a South Carolina veteran passed away on his birthday trying to save a 13-year-old boy from drowning. Quote, the definition of a hero. And absolutely, this man is a hero. I will even ignore this little piercing thing look, if it's your jam, if it makes you feel great, I have nothing against whatever the heck you want to do with your body. It is just simply not my jam. And I probably wouldn't want it on my children, to be honest. But again, it's their body, and I really don't have a choice once they get to be 19 or 18. A South Carolina veteran passed away on his birthday while trying to save a 13-year-old boy from drowning, authorities said. The teen was fishing with his family on Saturday, March 8th, when he slipped into rocks and fell into a river in Ridgeway, the Kershaw County Sheriff's Office said, according to ABC affiliate WLTX and Fox affiliate WACH. Now, Lonnie Hancock, 43, and Valentine Quizraz, 21, were among a group who jumped into the water to save the teen. Unfortunately, both passed away, so we have two heroes. And welcome, Audio Coffee and Christine. Good morning. Now, authorities said that after the boy fell into the water, his father and Quizraz immediately jumped in to save him. Hancock, who was nearby, soon jumped in after, according to WLTX. An off-duty officer and also an Army soldier witnessed the accident and were able to pull the boy out of the water, Bones said, per the outlet. But by then, Hancock and Quizraz has disappeared. Quote, these men did not hesitate, Bowen said, according to the outlet. They saw someone in trouble and they jumped in, and that is what heroes do. And absolutely, this man is an absolute hero, along with Mr. Quizraz, who was also a hero, jumped in, didn't know this boy, didn't know him from Adam, but jumped in and gave their lives to try to save a stranger, a child. These men are heroes. Two people heard screams and then realized the boy had fallen into the river. At first, we thought it was just kids playing in the water, and then we heard a lady scream, and we knew something was going on, and it was bad. Gary Mallett, who witnessed the rescue, told WIS. After the teenager was rescued, search efforts continued for Hancock and Quizraz. Sadly, but I guess good for the family, that both bodies were found separately that weekend. Now, the sheriff's office did not immediately respond to people's request for a comment. Quote, they made the ultimate sacrifice, said Sheriff Lee Bowen, who noted that the water temperature was in the low 50s at the time, according to WLTX. Two heroes jumped into the water without hesitation, trying to save a life, and that is the definition of a hero. Now, Hancock, who served in the Navy for 20 years, was a father of 4. Oh, damn it, the station reported, and the day of the accident was his 43rd birthday. His poor family, gosh, I hope that the community and everyone is just wrapping their arms around you and helping you and supporting you. There was no thought, no hesitation. Excuse me. Lance Abernathy, who worked as a high school coach at Chesterfield High, told the outlet about his former athlete. Hancock was an all-regional football player and two-time top three state placer in wrestling, according to the outlet. He saw a kid in trouble and sprang into action because that's just who he was, Abernathy told the outlet. That's what he did, that's what he knew. A GoFundMe page has been created to support Hancock's surviving family, wife Jessica Yarber, and their 4 children. He did not hesitate to jump in to help, the organizer wrote. Family, friends, and shipmates, let's show our love by helping Jess and her beautiful children during this time. Hancock's funeral is scheduled for May 22nd. I wish they had done a little more on the other gentleman, Mr. Quizraz, who also lost his life. These 2 gentlemen were heroes, and we see so many sad stories, and this is a sad story. But it's also heartwarming that we still have people that will jump in to help a stranger. As divided as, you're this side, and all that. When it came down to it, these men didn't wait and ask, hey, did you vote for the president? Or let me check, the Family Guy color chart. They just jumped. And that's what we need more of, for flippin' flapjack sakes. Now, as I say that, we go into would Lord Chippy attendants please step up? Please step up. We are going to need extra power and extra slowness, if you know what I mean. But Lord Chippy has been activated. And let me get to the next, because F this B word. You are not a... Excuse me, you are not a mom. You are nowhere. I am excommunicating you from the woman, lady, mom group. Just like in Mean Girls, she doesn't even go here. And if anyone could find me that clip, because I need it for my thing, I am saving up to get one of the fancy dancy mics with a soundboard. So I'm pretty sure I can fiddle with it and pull up doodads when I don't know. The sad thing about getting an extra cool mic with all these things is the absolute terrifying realization that I have no idea how to use any of them, but I know I need them. I have tech phobia, so I look at it and I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to learn new tech things. This is going to be okay. And I tangent off because I really don't want to deal with this swamp donkey, disgusting human being covered in corroded trash water. But let's get into it. A Connecticut mom allegedly held her gaunt stepson captive for decades before he lit a fire to escape inhumane conditions. Quote, something out of a horror movie. So we do need to check on the status of Lord Chippy because he might get sick. A Connecticut mother allegedly held her severely emaciated stepson in captivity for decades in something out of a horror movie before he set their home on fire to escape inhumane conditions, authorities said. Kimberly Sullivan, where is a picture of this flippin' flapjack heifer, looks exactly like you effing think she would. Ma'am, I don't know what the hell you're trying to do, but has anyone seen the Simpsons episode where Homer invented a long style force multiplier makeup applier, so you could shoot your makeup on, and he tried it on Marge? That is what in the hell is this blue eyeliner? Y'all, what in all of the Walmart rapture is going on here? And I mean, I do feel her pain. It looks like she tried to start a cat eye, but they are not even distant cousins. They are like unrelated in any form. I mean, you don't even need to do a 23andMe. These two are not related. These eyeliners are not relatives. Anywhoozle, back to the daggone story, because this heifer needs to be called out, named, and then sent to Lord Chippy. Well, Greedy Bloke, I thought the one with the soundboardy doodad is going to be more complicated. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be Twitter-pating myself for nothing, but I do have tech phobia, so it's... Look, y'all, I have my 8 gigawatt external hard drive holding my monitor level right now. I'm using my box as a level. I'm not opening the extended drive until Mr. Mo can look at it, because honest to God, I suck out loud at this stuff. Now, Kimberly Sullivan, 56, was arrested Wednesday and charged in the unthinkable crime about a month after the shocking living arrangement was uncovered when the blaze erupted at the family's Waterbury home, according to police. Sullivan fled the home, and her 32-year-old stepson was later pulled out by firefighters on February 17th. He weighed just 68 pounds, according to court documents. He was receiving treatment for smoke inhalation and exposure to flames. He told first responders that he set the fire intentionally in a cramped storage space where he was forced to sleep. I mean, this is just absolutely redonkulous and trash water. And oh, hell to the no. We have another story for Lord Chippy next, because I didn't see this. I wanted my freedom, he said, explaining that he had been held captive since he was about 11 fucking years old. Okay, no, just send this chick to the center of the sun. Actually, Elon, if you need test subjects to go to Mars, I'm sure this chick, is fine. Just fine. Send her. If I'm president, we're sending all these crap people to Mars. Now, the explosive claims launched a probe by police and the Waterbury State's Attorney's Office. And where were you, CPS? Where were you when this 12-year-old boy just vanished, stopped going to school, or, anything? Did you notice? Did you care? No. Which found that the victim was in prison for more than 20 years, starved, abused, neglected, and faced inhumane treatment during that time. The victim was emaciated and hadn't received any medical checkups or dental care in years. He told authorities he was a little boy living with Sullivan, his father, and his siblings, and he even drank out of a toilet bowl because he only got 2 cups of water a day. The warrant affidavit obtained by WFSB. Now it might be cathartic for all of us, but they have these rooms where you can break stuff. Now, what if we had rooms full of these people? And you can kind of correlate what I'm trying to, imply, so I don't get in trouble with YouTube. But I think that instead of doing group therapy where I have to stand up and say, hi, my name is Mo and I'm a cripple, if I could go in and maybe let go of some of my anger with people, and I would just use my words. But I mean, it's up to you. It's dealer's choice. I'm kind of okay with that. Again, reason number 11,012,500,000 that I will never be a judge or a lawyer, because I'm kind of all okay for rage rooms with convicts. But you have to do, it's a deterrent, ma'am. This heifer. He also claimed to steal food from others and even ate out of the garbage due to his hunger in elementary school before he was pulled out. As a teenager and into adulthood, the victim said he was forced to use bottles and newspapers when he wanted to use the restroom. The facts of this case, quite frankly, the facts are something out of a horror movie. Supervisory Assistant State Attorney Don Thirskin said, according to CT Insider, and that is without exaggeration. He added the victim lit the fire knowing he very well could have died. To start the blaze, the stepson used hand sanitizer, printer paper, and a lighter that he discovered in the pocket of one of his late father's jacket a year prior, the warrant stated. As the pair fled from the flames, the man fell to the ground and stayed there so firefighters would be forced to retrieve him, believing this was the only way out of his situation. Well, good on him for MacGyvering the fuck out of this. I mean, he MacGyvered the ever-living crap out of this. And sir, I hope that you get the help you need to, I don't know how you recover from this. God honest, I don't. But maybe so you can live and enjoy all the things that were kept from you. Come over here, join our tribe. We will treat you the bestest. There's a whole wide world out there, and I hope you get to experience all of it, sir. But an attorney for Sullivan denied the charges in a Wednesday interview. The allegations are horrific, but they're simply that, allegations, or as Mayor Tiffany Henyard would say, alizations. Attorney Loannis Kalodis said they're allegations made by one person that are largely uncorroborated by any independent evidence. Waterbury released a photo of Sullivan in handcuffs wearing a cross necklace, because of course she effing was, as she was sandwiched between two investigators Wednesday following her arrest. Yeah, it's always them Christians that talk the loudest about being old good Christians that usually have bodies in their basements. Hang out with us Christians who cuss and know that we need a lot of help, because we're kind of the good ones. Like, don't hang out with them. She is charged with first-degree assault, second-degree kidnapping, first-degree unlawful restraint, cruelty to persons, and first-degree reckless endangerment. The suffering this victim endured for over 20 years is both heartbreaking and unimaginable. Waterbury Police Chief Fernando Spagnolo said in a statement, but Sullivan's lawyer said when he first read the list of accusations to his client, she was blown away. She was stunned by what's being said. She is innocent and has every intention of defending this case, and we are confident that she will be vindicated, said Colodis. Now, he said there was food in the house and he was not locked in a room. Does he have health issues? I'm sure he does, but she's the stepmom. There was a biological father that was responsible for his care, who dictated his care. No, she was still an adult person that, if you know that someone's getting abused and you live in the same house and you do not a GD thing, you can be accused of neglect. Just because she can start out with the dad dictated that he was going to be, Harry Potter incarnate, but she's still an adult human being that had a duty to stop this BS. She's an adult, so you cannot put it on the father. And very convenient, you put it on a man that's already dead. But Zephyri Gunyara and Suzette Baker said that their daughter, now 25, spotted a boy in the window in the room where the fire erupted when she was growing up more than 2 decades ago. He waved at her, she waved at him, and she didn't think anything of it, Gunyara said, and hasn't seen him since. He was probably around the same age as my daughter. Maybe actually a bit older. I guess if he looked emaciated, he might have looked younger, because that's why the investigator said to me, do you see a man who might look like a child? So that's why my daughter might look and think he was much younger than he might have been. Gunyara also said they might have seen the victim doing yard work over the years without realizing it was Sullivan's stepson. Baker said that when she saw Sullivan and her 2 daughters walk on the block, they would only talk about their mutual love of animals. They just seemed to be nice, that's all, and that's all we talked about. She said nothing personal. Now, a judge has set Sullivan's bond to $300,000, which Colloida said would very likely be posted as soon as Thursday. Where is she going to get that money? The house is what we like to call a wreck. So are you going to take an equity loan out on the burnt husk of your torture mansion, allegedly in Minecraft? I mean, just asking for a friend, because I don't know how you're going to do this. Now, keep Lord Chippy alive, because what in the Walmart rapture, and shout out to Baker because he found this story for me, but what in the flippin' flapjack Walmart rapture final form Jesus creating bullshit is this? Y'all, Jesus is all disappointed in us, and we're going to get final form Jesus, and I cannot be left behind with Nicolas Cage, y'all. That being said, welcome 80s Music Man, MLS, Roland Arthur, and Tammy Bogard, Audio Coffee, Denise Sells, and Greedy Bloke. Welcome, welcome. All right, a fire chief and a judge who released him on bail had a sexual relationship and shared child grossness. To the center of the sun, just the center of the fucking sun, after they have been screwed sideways with a cactus allegedly in Minecraft. They might enjoy that though, so just the sun. 2 Elder County officials accused of multiple child grossness crimes reportedly had a relationship with each other. Ned Brady Henson, 54, was Tremont's Tremonton's fire chief, and he was accused of child grossness but was subsequently let go. Court documents state he communicated with Kevin Christensen, 64, the 1st District Justice Court judge, who is now also facing charges for multiple child grossness offenses. Now, Christensen was immediately placed on administrative leave pending investigation. The men were allegedly using the internet-based chatting app called Kik to communicate about abusing, exploiting, and enticing children, including children related to them. Nope, get out the honey, get out the fire ants, and put it on flippin' Flapjack YouTube. We would solve the mother effing debt in 5 minutes because every single American would pay $5 to put more honey and more fire ants on and change my mind. Change my mind. And it's a deterrent. And this is not Geneva, so screw them. Fire ants and honey all over, just all over in the middle of Arizona, God's butthole. That being said, I do have to travel to Arizona because I am racist against Arizona, but it has a better climate for CRPS. So I will be trying to ditch my deep and I don't know if it's cellularly deep hate of Arizona, but it is a prejudice. I have never been there, so I do need to stop calling it God's butthole at some point. Now, according to charging documents, both Henson and Christensen discussed having met in, quote, real life to engage in sexual acts with each other. It was also noted that law enforcement requested Henson be held without bail due to the risk he posed to children, but Christensen, his judge, released him from custody without bail. Quote, Christensen did not disclose that he had engaged in sexually charged chats regarding children with Henson. Charging documents state law enforcement believes that this fact materially affected decision-making of Christensen at the time he released Henson. Yep, I'm like totally okay with the fire ants and the honey. I am. Now, in an update to a story that we did earlier this week, Wendy Williams is looking ecstatic as she hits New York hotspots after passing a psych evaluation with flying colors. You know, I kind of like her boots. They're not something I would particularly wear myself, but I definitely like the funkiness. They kind of reminded me of Snuffleupagus. And I always liked Snuffleupagus. He was like the Eeyore of Sesame Street. Wendy Williams was spotted leaving a New York City hotspot after she was hospitalized and subjected to a psychiatric evaluation. The TV personality appeared to be in good spirits as she smiled wide for an outing at Max Tucci's restaurant in NoHo on Wednesday night. She wore whatever this is. It looks like leggings. I'm not going to talk about her clothes. I am the worst girl ever. I don't understand fashion. It confuses me. She had a super time. She kept writing in her journal, and she looked great, an insider told Page 6. So I'm not going to go much more into this article, but I am glad that, she got an evaluation. She got help, and people listened to her when she said she had a concern. It's very hard with people with dementia, to figure out if there really is something wrong or if this is something that they their brain is kind of trapping them in. So I am glad that they took her plea for help seriously. I hope that her executors are doing a good job in really protecting her. But I have a sinking suspicion that, like Stan Lee, Wendy Williams is getting abused financially by her executors or carers. I have a feeling. That being said, I don't know them. I haven't dug into them. So, I'm not making, as Tiffany Hernier would say, allegations, fully. They are just speculations. Now, I have a feeling this is in me and Mr. Moe's very near future. A bathroom divorce saved my marriage. My husband is disgusting, but now I have toilet nirvana. Oh my Bob, holy goodness, how many, can we just say I love her hair? I mean, it is crazy. It is, But I just love this entire outfit, and she's got some snappy glasses on. And this poor husband's like, she just told me I had to go to the other bathroom. This husband is uncomfortable. He's like, I was just told I couldn't poop in the normal bathroom no more. I don't really understand why I'm here. Like most marriage, the guy's like, why are we doing this? And what are throw pillows? And why do they keep multiplying? Mr. Mo has put a ban on throw pillows. I I hate it. I want all the throw pillows. But he is right. They are couch parasites and they fall off and they're just another thing to put up and put down, but they look cute. You're disgusting. That was the bathroom battle cry of Debbie Wiener. Oh God, her name is Wiener. You married into the Wiener family and you didn't at least hyphenate. I mean, it's a personal thing, but it'd be real hard to go from like Miss Smith to Miss Wiener. Godspeed for going with love, ma'am, and not worrying about becoming a wiener. This will never not be funny. I am 12 and a half years old. Wiener, a retired designer, decided last year that it was time to end the tyranny of the toilet and opt for a bathroom divorce. It's not unlike a sleep divorce in which couples have their own dedicated space for slumber to stay off each other's nerves, but with a bathroom divorce, other functions are at hand. No shit. Quite literally. As you get older, your oh no. Okay, so basically, Mr. Wiener was blowing up said toilet, and Miss Wiener was like, "You are peeling the paint. I can't keep painting. Sherwin-Williams has a debt. We have a debt to Sherwin-Williams. You're gonna have to go in the biohazard bathroom." The Wiener, no, oh my God, you guys, her husband's name is Weinberger. She kept the Wiener. Ma'am, I have all the questions. If you would please, talk, if you would ever like to be interviewed, I have so many questions about, well, quite frankly, why you didn't take your husband's last name when your last name is Wiener. I have a question. Not to mention your husband's last name is Weinberger. It's not like it's a bunch different. John Coman, thank you for being a member for 13 months. And you said I thought the brown speckle effect was in style. Yeah, no. Thank you so much, Tammy Bogard. I took a shower, and I will say if any of you have hair and you can't quite figure out that magical thing that the hairdressers do with the round brush and the hair dryer, and you're just sitting in the mirror trying not to tangle your hair in that round brush, just get you one of those Revlon blow dryer hair thingies. It looks like a brush, but it's a blow dryer. Just get that. That is the only way my hair looks halfway normal, and it's easy and simple enough for me to use. So if tech phobic Mo can use it, you can use it too. I will say it's loud. That's my only issue with it. That being said, I have a hypersensitivity to noise, so, do with that what you will. Y'all, I can't with this husband. This husband just looks like Ben Affleck smoking that damn meme. They look like such a cute couple. Why in God's name you're a designer, ma'am. Why do you have the lights in the mirror? Do you understand what a pain in the ass that's going to be to clean? And are those dogs on? Ma'am, you are a designer. Like, that looks like something I would do, to be fair. I mean, it's a cute look. I want a vanity, but why the dog lights? And not like you're going to get really good natural lights with them. They're putting out the yellow warm light. Oh, he looks so pissed. Greedy bloke. I had to put some stories in that weren't, terrible, awful death and sadness. Why does she have death masks? I have so many questions about this entire house. We are just going to go and look at the dog wallpaper with a red light. Oh, Live in Life FND. I might be going live next Wednesday, first a week to start. I am so nervous and I need all my favorite YouTubers' help. DM me on, oh gosh, Twitter. I think my name is Mo in the Deep 84. I should know these by heart, but I don't. And I will give you all the help that you need. I will say, it is really hard to get used to the camera, but you just get used to it if you talk a lot to yourself. And it is a little odd to get used to the kind of 10-second delay. So don't be worried. Just laugh at your own jokes. That's what I do. And don't take yourself too seriously. You know, don't go, I mean, honest to goodness, if you need a moral boost, go look at some of my first videos. I think they're cringe hilarious. You can tell I was definitely uncomfortable with the computer, or not the computer, well, I was uncomfortable with the computer, but I was also uncomfortable with, being in front of the camera. So, well, again, they probably needed something in not or crazy, and they probably knew the designer or the poor put upon husband. Well, in this special, because, just what I need to see this weird looking a-hole again. Disgraced Hollywood mogul Harvey Weinstein seeks earlier retrial start date. Former Hollywood mogul Harvey Weinstein appeared Wednesday at the New York County Courthouse in Manhattan to seek a speedier retrial on grape and essay charges. Weinstein's retrial is scheduled to start April 15th, but he says his health is poor and he requires a speedier trial. Weinstein, 72, has been held at Rikers Island since 2024 and says he suffers from several medical conditions that worsen every day while he's jailed awaiting next month's retrial. Now, Weinstein, during January 29th hearing, asked Judge Curtis Farber to move up his retrial date due to a serious medical condition. Okay, Harvey, I have a parlay for you. I have a negotiation for you. How about the government work on every single one, every single, and I mean from like the homeless veteran to every single other chronic pain haver and medical condition haver, and we get them all taken care of, squared away. And if we have a spare second after doing all the hell that, then we will look at your BS case, okay? I don't care if you have, gonorrhea syphilitis. I don't care what you have. Because just absolutely no. I don't care. And he wants to get out of this hellhole as quickly as possible, CBS News reported. Every day I'm at Rikers, it's a mystery to me how I'm still walking, Weinstein told the court. I'm holding on because I want justice for myself and I want this to be over with. Weinstein's 2020 conviction on grape and SA charges, stemming from an alleged 2006 assault of an assistant and an alleged rape of an aspiring actress in 2013. A New York jury found him guilty and a judge sentenced him to 23 years in prison. The New York Supreme Court overturned the conviction in 2024 after ruling that the state trial judge erred in allowing prejudicial testimony from others who accused Weinstein of similar offenses that were not directly related to the trial. The retrial includes a new charge accusing Weinstein of forcing a different woman to perform a mouth hug on him while he was inside a Manhattan hotel room in 2006. Now, Weinstein is suffering from chronic myeloid leukemia and was hospitalized in December and attended his January 29th hearing while in a wheelchair. He said he will die before his April 15th trial begins and claims his constitutional rights are being violated if the court does not move up the trial date. Now, Weinstein formerly led Miramax and was among one of the most influential movie moguls in Hollywood. And never forget that Meryl Streep praised him effusively, and so did Oprah and all of these Hollywood weirdos that are now saying, oh, he was terrible and I never trusted him and he was a bad, bad man. while they're over there, have pictures of hugging them. Now, to be fair and to give them a little bit of grace, maybe they didn't know that he was a creepo, but if Courtney Love knows that he's a creepo, I mean, Courtney Love knowing anything is a miracle and a half in itself. And thank you for the 5, John. Never apply Nair to the nippular region. I don't know how twinks do it. Maybe they shave? Would you pluck them? Plucking just sounds... Oh, I just got like a involuntary... You know how when guys see another guy get hit in the, well, jungular area? I just got phantom, like, nipplular pain. Ugh. Okay, Pokemon, what if your nipple comes OFF off? Like, that's a delicate thing. I don't want to be going through life without a nip. Also, I have seen 40-year-old virgin, and I say no. Just say no. No, no. Oh, and that's right. Give FNL Life a sub and give her some support before she starts her first live stream, and you'll do fine. It's... You know what? Just don't take yourself too seriously and try not to overthink it. It really is, one of those things where you just have to kind of accept that there are going to be snafus and technical difficulties and try not to take it too seriously, have a heart attack or anything like that. Now you will. You totally will. And I'm going to tell you, one YouTuber to an aspiring YouTuber, the first negative comment hurts your soul. It's like right here and like, you're like, oh, it's like in Commando when, the guy in the, fishnet outfit got stuck in the pipe and, it was like, I'm going to steam you or whatever Arnold Schwarzenegger said. But then you learn to let it just roll off your back. I always just look at it like I am not everyone's cup of tea and just say, bless your heart or something and just let it go. I mean, honest to goodness, it's just a factor of not taking yourself too seriously. Or at least I try not to. Now, Mama Mo is going to rant a little bit, and let me tell you, Ozempic users are saying their exes are attempting to reconnect with them after weight loss. A second chance at love? Oh, hell no, there is not a second chance at love. If you didn't love them when they were fluffy, then no. And good morning, Shizzy Raiders. Welcome, welcome. Mama Mo says, and come on in, congregation. If your ex didn't love you when you were fluffy and he loves you now because you are, skinny, there are going to be things in life that could make you lose or gain weight again. You are not going to be the same person at 20 that you are going to be at 40. And if he didn't love you when you were fluffy and he loves you now when you're skinny, then man, woman, zim, zer, furry, or prancy, they are an asshole, and we do not date assholes. Mama Mo says, I don't want y'all can bring me home anyone, I don't care, as long as they love you. But for the love of Cheetos, if they are an asshole, don't bring them home, because Mama Mo's going to tell them to their face, because you don't mess with my children, okay? No, no. So if he didn't love you when you were fluffy, and he doesn't love you now when you're skinny, he just likes the way you look. And it's okay for him to not be attracted to fluffy because, everyone's got their cup of tea. But hell no getting back together with them. Hell no. No, no. You go find someone that loves you just the way you are, or at least can tolerate you. And make sure you have separate bathrooms because I just, I think that might be genius. And if you're using Ozempic, maybe don't go full that. Oh, hell no, she did not just marry them. Oh my God, this woman. It's an unexpected Ozempic side effect. Slim down users of the GLP-1 drug say their exes have started sliding into their DMs. And I say, slide right back out, you snake. Hey, y'all, if If anyone needs some, sarcastic mama energy to tell their exes to go F the hell off, I'm here for you, okay? We just no and no, no. Now, a recent survey by Zip Health, which polled 1,000 users of Ozempic and Mounjaro and other similar treatments, have found that 1 in 5 former flames are reaching out to reconnect. The survey found that women on Ozempic were more likely to experience a blast from the past than male users on the same drug. Meanwhile, nearly 1/4 of single surveyed Ozempic users reported receiving more matches or unsolicited messages on dating apps since they started their GLP-1 regimen. The influx of interest helped 1 in 10 single users enter a new romantic relationship after shedding some pounds. These changes convinced nearly half of the GLP users that these medications gave them a second chance at love. The drugs that helped them shed more than just weight, it also helped them shake off shame and anxiety. Half of those surveyed reported feeling more confidence after sharing or starting the medication, with women being 12% more likely to experience a boost. And the confidence extended to all corners of their lives, including the bedroom. The bedroom. We're getting smexy. Half the GLP-1 users found themselves feeling friskier and more adventurous in the bedroom. Oh, hell no. Oh, do you think that the sale of poles and smexy swings has gone way up since these drugs happened? We might experience a baby boom. Holy crap, y'all. We're going to have the Ozempic baby boom. We all were fluffy during the coof. We all gained the COVID, well, 60 if you're me, and I'm honest. Though if I'm lying to you, I'd say I gained the COVID-19, if you will, but it was really 60. Like, I'm not going to lie to y'all. But, that being said, we are going to have an Ozempic birth explosion. And I won't be a part of it. It'll be the first birth explosion I'm not going to be a part of. I feel really weird about that. Anywho, look, this is Mama Mo telling you from the heart. If a man or woman didn't love you when you were fluffy, when you were struggling, they're not going to understand you. And just because the outside package changed, you're still the same person. And if that person didn't support you, didn't care for you, didn't nurture your soul, don't go back. Don't. Take your revenge body and go find your version of Henry Cavill, because he's out there and he'll like you for you. He won't look back at pictures and say, gosh, you look so much better. He'll just be like, oh, you look nice there. You look different but nice. So find that. Find a man like Mr. Mo who's oblivious and he's like, I think you're losing weight. And I'm like, well, thank you. But he just kind of says it randomly, like he just noticed like yesterday. I love him, but like clues are just sometimes kind of lost there. That being said, I could just tell the man, instead of expecting him to be, a woman, like, hey, would you notice that I've changed my body a little bit? Instead, I make it a trap like Admiral Akbar, because I'm a woman. Now, y'all, what in the flippin' flapjack is this? Doctors are noting an increase of cases of glue being mistaken for eye drops. I weep for humanity. Please, dear Lord, let the cockroaches and Twinkies that are left behind after us become a sentient and kind race. Doctors with a Colorado hospital system are urging dry eye drop users to read labels carefully after noting an uptick in cases of people accidentally putting glue in their eyes. Dr. Richard Davison, an ophthalmologist with UC Health, which is headquartered in Aurora, said medical practitioners have noticed it's becoming surprisingly common for people to mistake nail glue or lash glue for eye drops. Read before you put things in your eye. And Greedy Bloke is correct. If the person was concerned with your health and didn't want you to die from, yeah. I do agree. I do think that I wish there was, again, I don't know that our culture can do a happy medium, but I wish there was a push for people to understand that everybody's going to have a different healthy, weight. Your weight might not be a size 4. You might be a size 10, you might be a size 12. But as long as it's healthy for your body and your body is working the right way, I wish we could tell people, hey, a skinny person's health might be different than, this person who's built differently. We're all built differently. And could we just encourage people to be the healthiest versions of themselves instead of health at every size, which is such a freaking lie and why I don't support universal health care. And then, this stick thin modelness that we had in the late 90s, early aughts. Could we just find a happy flippin' flapjack medium? Could that be, possible? I mean, am I going to have to start my own talk show in order to get, common sense a going? There might be a couple of months where we don't see anyone, and then all of a sudden we might get 2 or 3 people with the same type of situation. Glue an eye. He told KUSA TV, there are a variety of ways we've seen it happen, but it's relatively common. He said that nail and lash glues, as well as several other products, can sometimes come in bottles that closely resemble eye drop containers. It's amazing how many products look similar and we end up putting them in the eye by accident, Davison said. Now, you guys, I'm going to forever be worried when I put in eye drops. I am going to have to go OCD and read the label 3 times, put it down, read the label 3 times before I put it in my eyes. Yeah, you can definitely suss out when it comes from a good place and when it comes from a not good place. Use your internal judgment. Make sure you listen to that little inner voice. The glue dries in a matter of seconds, Davison said, and we encourage you, if you can, to get to a sink and try to wash it out, or take a towel and try to loosen up a little bit, because the quicker you act, the better. Davison said doctors sometimes have to scrape the adhesive from the surface of the patient's eye. Okay, full body willies. Look, eyeballs are not my jam. I don't know if I watched Toy Story too much and it gave me a complex, but anytime that there is something to do with an eye, I am out. No eyes in Moe's world. If there's an eye gouging, like that one scene from, oh my gosh, it was Heath Ledger and it was the Batman movie, and he took or maybe it was a James Bond. I don't watch a lot of anything, to be honest with you, that is actually, considered normal. I don't know. I'm guessing people who like to glue their eyes shut. Now, on a positive note, it is rare to cause permanent damage, but it can be very uncomfortable for the first couple days. Davison and his colleagues urge eye drop users to make sure they carefully read labels before applying eye drops and keep their bottles somewhere separate from similarly sized and colored bottles. I love it. Jamie has lovely lashes. Jamie has lovely ones, and I tried them, and all I could think is there are spiders in my eyes, and then I compulsively would take them out because I couldn't deal with spiders on my eyes. I wish I could, because they look so nice and you look so put together without doing a whole lot, but I still feel like there's spiders on my eyes. Look, I never said I was normal. Ooh, the pie house. Hopefully it has pies in it. But no, it doesn't. I did pull this story yesterday and forgot to repull it. But the pie story is a real thing, and it actually sold. How? I don't know why. And for $350,000. But I will show you the video. It will not have sound, but it will play. You've got to look at it. So it's This is what the house is kind of looking like. Yeah, so it's a crazy house. Wedge shaped pie house sells for $350,000 in a Chicago suburb. An unusual Illinois house dubbed the Pie House, uh, due to its wedge shape, sold for $350,000 shortly after being put on the market. The home in Deerfield, a northern suburb of Chicago, was built in 2003, and initially it drew the ire of neighbors who complained about its unusual appearance. The house, which boasts 1,600 square feet of living space, despite being only 3 feet wide on its short end, has become a point of local pride for neighbors who have grown to appreciate its uniqueness. The pie house includes 2 bedrooms, one upstairs and one in the basement, as well as 2.5 baths, a paver brick walkway, a storage shed, and a parking pad with room for up to 4 vehicles. The listing included a set of brand new stainless steel kitchen appliances. Can I just take the appliances? The house previously sold for $300,000 in 2004, for $284,500 in 2007, and $260,000 in 2020, then $295,000 in 2021. So they got a pretty good profit, unless they had to do a lot of like fixing up or stuff. Now, the Pie House was featured on a 2020 episode of The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. The host joked that the home was the only thing in America that stayed skinny during the coup. The village of Deerfield shared a clip on social media that hailed the Pie House as a local architectural gem. Not Jim, gem. So, you guys, thank you for joining this morning. Those are the stories. I will be looking for more to do kind of individual videos as things break because, it is a crazy news cycle here lately. And we are on the Petty Express today. We are on last little nubbin of day 4, and then we are going into day 5. We are still going to be on the lead investigator, and then I believe day 7 is when Stacy gets on the stand. So we will try to chug along through that. No stream tonight. I forgot Wednesday, so tonight is going to be my catch-up date night. So thank you guys for understanding. I will see you guys in a little bit. If you haven't heard it today, you are loved just as you are, and be kind to yourself. Be kind to others, but carry a can of bitch fire because kindness doesn't equal doormat. I will see you guys all on the Petty Express. In fact, I am going to send you there, but you guys do not have to go there because it is an hour. But I will do that because I am awful, terrible, bad at remembering to forward you guys to places. I don't know what my mental block is here lately. I used to be really good at all of this. But it is what it is. So you can just go over there and push the notification so you know when the Petty Express starts chugging along. I will see you guys all then. Bye, you guys.